Hi everyone, I'm Alejandra Costello, entrepreneur and organizing expert from Alejandra.tv, and since 2008 I've been helping people set up organizing systems inside their homes so they can get organized and stay organized, but also wake up every single morning feeling in control and on top of things. In this video, I'm going to share with you how my own life became so overwhelming that it brought me to a near breaking point. But also I'm going to share with you how I got through it and how I came back on the other side feeling stronger than ever, and how you can too if you feel overwhelmed in your life, specifically in the area of clutter. Keep watching. So for about 4 years, life was just great. Everything in life just felt like exciting, and it was just, I felt like I was waking up every morning with like that fire inside of me. You know when like you're so excited to get up in the morning that like you're just ready to take on the day, you're eager to take on challenges and opportunities, and you just feel really good. And when you feel like that, you know, everything is going well, you're doing something right, you feel on track. And then the next year, everything changed. Like everything changed. And the biggest thing was like my business. So my husband Ed, we run our business together, and things just started to become like too much. It was just like so many things going on. That was the biggest source of the overwhelm. That combined with the home we were living in, the lease was coming up, and so we had to find a new place to live. And then at that point, we had been engaged for like 4 years, and it was finally time to just tie the knot and get married and, you know, just be able to just move on. And it just felt like there was a lot going on. It was just too many decisions to make, too much planning, too much preparation, too much to balance, too much to juggle, too much to stay on top of, too much like people to please, or so I thought, too many things to perfect, again, that came from inside. Just like so much. It was just draining and exhausting to the point where like something had to change, if not everything had to change, because I honestly didn't know how much longer I could just continue going down this road and just feel this way. And if you've ever felt overwhelmed, I'm sure you can totally understand how paralyzing and debilitating the feeling is. Like every single thing, most things feel hard to do, even the easy things. And you go to bed at night feeling like maybe not as productive or as accomplished as you could be, like you didn't get enough stuff done, or you didn't get everything you wanted to get done. And because you have a lot of stuff on your mind, well, maybe you're not sleeping well, or maybe you're getting woken up at like 3 in the morning thinking about everything that you're behind on, or everything that you need to do or get back on track on. And because you're not getting quality sleep, well, you're waking up in the morning tired and exhausted, and you don't want to get out of bed. You don't want to go to work. You don't want to check your email. You don't want to look at your long task list. It's just so much stuff, and you just want to stay in bed and avoid it all, and maybe distract yourself with everything that you distract yourself with. Maybe it's TV or movies or the internet or food or friends or shopping or whatever that distraction is for you. But it's this, you know, this catch-22 of when you avoid everything you need to be doing to escape the pain, you're not really in a pleasurable place because you're thinking about everything that you need to do and everything you're behind on. So the only way to win at this game is to push yourself and get back on track and get out of that overwhelm and just do everything that you need to do, or find a new way to do it all. So eventually I got to this breaking point where something had to change. I felt completely stressed out. I looked stressed out. My skin was dry. My hair didn't shine like it used to shine. I didn't get a haircut for 13 months. My energy was low. I was arguing more with Ed. And really the worst part about it, I also gained 5 to 10 pounds from all the emotional eating, but the worst part about it is I just didn't feel good. And it was just like this pattern that was continuing for too long. And then, you know, you get to the point where how much longer can I continue with this? And even though I'm a really organized person and I have systems for all kinds of things, no matter how much I tried to organize every single piece that was overwhelming, like in my business and my personal life and stuff, no matter how much I tried to just like take all the pieces and make them all work, sometimes you're just working with too many pieces and you just gotta get rid of some stuff. It's kind of like putting together a 250-piece puzzle and you have 500 pieces in front of you, right? You're at this big table and you have all these pieces in front of you, and no matter which way you turn and you organize and you flip over these pieces to make them all fit, they just don't all come together. It's not until you realize that, hey, I'm dealing with too many pieces of the puzzle here. I gotta first get rid of everything that doesn't belong, these extra pieces, get them out of the way, they're distracting me, they don't belong here, and then you organize everything that remains. And that's how you put the puzzle together, and that's how you make it all work. So eventually I hit rock bottom, and I became completely desperate to simplify life and get back to where I used to be, get back to feeling amazing and waking up with that fire inside of me every single morning. And so one day, I remember this day vividly, I was in the bedroom in our old house, and I woke up and it was just an awful day. It just started, I remember just trying my best, and I remember just waking up crying, and it was just so emotional. And you know, when you just feel awful, you just feel terrible. And I called Ed up to the bedroom, and I'm so grateful for him. He's so supportive. And you know, we talked, and you know, it was in that moment that I made this decision that I felt so bad that the pain of it motivated me to do whatever I had to do to change and to get back on track. And in that moment, I made the decision to simplify my life, get out of overwhelm, and get back to where I used to be. Because anytime anyone has ever made any kind of positive change in their life, it started with a decision. It starts with a decision inside your head, and it starts with a commitment to yourself to make that change or do whatever it takes to make that change. So how do you get out of overwhelm, regain control, and get back on track? Well, there's different ways to do it, but one way is you simplify everything and you make everything easier and more manageable. So you get rid of anything that doesn't serve you, anything that doesn't belong, things that don't offer value in your life, things that are simply in your life distracting you. You get rid of all those things, and you just focus on the things that matter to you, the things that belong in your life. And so that's what I did. From that point forward, I ruthlessly began simplifying my life. The biggest thing I simplified was my business. My business was the biggest source of overwhelm. I went through my business, I did this audit of my business, and I got rid of things, got rid of systems, I cut out projects, I crossed off goals even though they weren't completed, and I felt okay with that. I gave myself the permission, I gave myself permission to cross things off my to-do list, my projects list, and just forget about them because they were overwhelming me. And I just focused on the things that really mattered. And when I realized that this was the answer to me feeling lousy and feeling overwhelmed with all these things, I then decided to simplify my personal life. I addressed my perfectionism that was showing up in all these different areas of life. And then I also simplified my home to make it even easier to manage. It's been about 1.5 years since I started simplifying all these areas of life, and I can't even begin to tell you how much better I feel. My business feels enjoyable again, I feel creative, we moved to a new house, Ed and I finally got married and had a beautiful, simple wedding with just 13 people. We then backpacked around Europe for our honeymoon carrying minimal items. My backpack was 19 pounds and Ed's was 29 pounds. I lost those 5 to 10 pounds I gained, and I finally cut my hair. And life just feels great again. Why? Because I'm consciously choosing to keep it simple. I feel so relieved. I feel light. I feel like I can breathe again. I feel like I have that fire inside of me that is so excited for the future. I'm eager to get out of bed in the morning, and I feel like I'm back into where I used to be. I feel like I'm back to being myself again. And don't get me wrong, there's still plenty of things to do. I still have tasks and projects I want to do and stuff, but the biggest difference, the biggest way I know that I'm back on track is I don't have that overwhelming feeling inside of me, that feeling like I'm in this standstill and I can't make progress, and my mind feels cloudy, and I'm losing sleep at night and I can't focus. None of that. All of that stuff is gone, and if that stuff ever shows up again, you bet I know how to get that stuff out and get back to living life on track again. So sometime in the following year, as I was navigating my own overwhelm and simplifying life and stuff and getting back to where I used to be, I had this light bulb moment, and that moment, it was something like this. It was like, if I was feeling this overwhelmed in life and feeling that awful, and I'm this organized as a person at home and stuff, I can't even begin to imagine someone who's this overwhelmed in life and this overwhelmed at home with clutter and with no organizing systems and just not feeling well at their home. And so it got me thinking, like, that person that has this overwhelm combined with this overwhelm at home must be feeling 10 times worse than how I was feeling, and I was feeling lousy. So then I was thinking, if the answer to my overwhelm was to simplify my business and get back on track, and it worked, and I'm back on track feeling amazing again with no chance of me ever looking back ever again, then the answer for this person is to simplify their home and get rid of any kind of clutter that's in the way, that's distracting them, doesn't belong, doesn't serve a purpose in their life. Get that stuff out and just get laser focused on the things that are in front of them, the things that matter, the things that make a difference inside their lives. And so for the next 18 months, my team and I worked incredibly hard to come up with a training program that does just that. That is for someone who feels so overwhelmed by all the clutter inside their home and needs concrete steps on how to go through the full decluttering process to start feeling amazing inside their life again. And so if you keep watching, I'm going to give you a preview of what the program is all about. So I'm here with Ed. Ed is my husband and my business partner, and we created SimpLESSity together. And when you start to watch the videos, you're going to see both of us in the videos. And in this video, we're just going to tell you a little bit about the program, who it's for, what you're going to learn, what's included, and all that good stuff. So this program is for you if you feel completely overwhelmed by all of the stuff, all the clutter that's lurking all over your house, and you want a clear, simple process to follow so you can see your project through completion and begin to start feeling better as soon as you get started.
This program is for empty nesters who need direction on how to let go of things that they once used but no longer need.
SimpLESSity is for you if you're sick and tired of arguing with your family, with your spouse over all of the clutter that's all over the house, and you're just ready to let go of that stuff and ready to create a peaceful environment where everyone in your home can thrive.
The program is for anyone who realizes that life is just better with less clutter, and they want a structured, visual process to follow in order to see the project through to completion.
This program is for you if you feel completely exhausted from all of the ongoing maintenance of owning so much stuff, because the amount of stuff that you own is directly tied to the amount of stuff you have to maintain. And if you don't like to maintain and you'd rather do more fun stuff, well, it's in your best interest to just own less stuff and let go of the things that don't matter.
This program is for anyone who tried to declutter in the past, but they stopped because it was too overwhelming or emotional, or they didn't know what to do with all the things they're getting rid of.
This program can help you if you've inherited an entire house of belongings and you need detailed resources on how to get rid of the things that you're not going to keep.
SimpLESSity can help you if you're tired of losing things, buying duplicates, and wasting your limited time searching for things you can't find due to the sheer volume of possessions that you own.
This program can help you if you constantly feel stressed out, you feel anxious, you're losing sleep, you feel like you can't focus at home due to all of the clutter inside your home, and it's taken over everything. Most importantly, it's taking over you.
If you're downsizing your home and you need some support in order to get through this tough and emotional life event, then this program can help you.
If you're experiencing any kind of guilt or shame because of the clutter and the excess things you have inside your house, and you're ready to just let go of the stuff and be a better role model for your family, SimpLESSity can help you. It can also help you if you feel embarrassed by having guests over, or if someone unexpectedly knocks at the door and you're just like, there's so much stuff everywhere. This program can help you.
It's for anyone who never learned how to declutter at a young age, and now, as an adult, struggles with overwhelming stacks and piles that continue to grow higher and higher.
All right, now let's talk about what we're going to learn and the things that you are going to take away when you join SimpLESSity. When you join SimpLESSity, you're going to learn how to effectively declutter your home top to bottom using my really simple process that can be replicated in any space of your house.
We're going to explore things to get rid of in each space of your home. It can be easy to overlook items while you're decluttering. We're going to give you a framework to make it very easy to figure out what to keep and what to get rid of.
You're going to learn where and how to easily get started, stay focused, and see your project through completion, which is going to allow you to build momentum and then carry that momentum over to any other spaces that need to be decluttered.
We'll cover the 16 reasons why we accumulate possessions, many of which you may not even realize that you're doing, and being aware will help you to change your habits.
You're going to learn how to quickly make decisions using my decision guide for anything that you come across and move past any objections you might be having. So once you start to declutter a space, and you're gonna find stuff and you're gonna say, but I might need this one day, or I paid a lot of money for this, or what if this comes in handy again? We're gonna talk through all 42 objections that you're gonna face once you begin decluttering.
We'll talk about the joy of giving and how to look at your stuff in a new light, which will make it easier to let go of. Plus, we'll give you 24 simple strategies for how to prevent clutter from re-entering your home. It can be easy to fill a bag to get rid of, but if we don't change our habits, then clutter will just build up all over again.
When you join SimpLESSity, you're gonna learn how to responsibly get rid of any single item inside your home. So once you begin decluttering and you pick something up and you're like, what do I do with this? Like, where do I let go of it? Or how do I get rid of it? We're gonna talk through all of your options. I'm gonna walk you through my thought process, and I'm gonna give you a 31-page guide, which I'll talk about in a minute, that's gonna help you know exactly what to do with every single item that's leaving your house.
We're going to teach you everything that we've learned about how to recycle common items around the house, many of which you probably didn't even know were recyclable, and recycling programs that you may not even know exist, with the goal of reducing our waste stream and contributing less to our local landfills.
One of the biggest things you're gonna learn and actually experience is the liberating feeling of letting go. Once you fill a bag of stuff or you fill a box of stuff and you say that you're gonna let go of it, you're just gonna feel this burst of freedom. And then when you get the stuff out of your house by dropping it off or having someone pick it up, you're just gonna feel this instant relief, wow, I just feel so amazing. And then when you get home and you walk back into the space you just decluttered, your closet, your office, whatever it is, you're just gonna feel like you can breathe again, and that is the best feeling of all. And that is the feeling of when all of your hard work begins to pay off, all of your time, effort you put into it, you're just gonna begin to reap all the benefits of living a life of simplicity. And that's when it's all worth it. So now let's talk about everything that's included when you join SimpLESSity. So when you join SimpLESSity, you're gonna receive an email from us with a link to access your online account, where you click the link and it's gonna take you to your online account where you're gonna have lifetime access to the entire program, all the videos, all of the training materials, all the printables, and it's right there for you to reuse over and over whenever you feel like you need a refresher. When you join SimpLESSity, you're gonna get 160 pages of my exact, clear, simple, and easy to follow decluttering process that's gonna walk you through getting started all the way to getting the stuff forever out of your house. Now, when you think of 160 pages, you might think that's a lot of reading. I don't wanna read all this stuff. Well, when we were writing the program, we took into consideration including a lot of bulleted lists, numbered lists, graphs, charts, photos, quotes, any kind of graphic to make it easy to consume, because when something is easy to consume, we have a better time understanding it, and then we have an easier time applying it. So if you decide to print the program, this is what my binder looks like. You don't have to print it. You can keep it on your computer, your device, or whatever you're using to consume the program. When you join SimpLESSity, you're also going to get access to all 7 hours of videos that we filmed on the entire SimpLESSity process, from going through your entire house to getting the stuff out of your house for good. And we keep it really simple, so it's easy to see progress, and you're able to just watch these videos and just model everything that we're showing. Now, 7 hours might sound like a lot of videos, and it is. We talked about a lot of stuff, but if you've ever decluttered your home, then you know that this is a really long process. This is an accurate representation of how long the actual process takes. And you don't have to. If you only need to declutter your office, then just watch the office videos. Or if you want to just play the videos in the background as you're decluttering, use them as motivation or as inspiration to get yourself to continue moving forward and see the project to completion. In the 28 videos, you're gonna see my husband and I simplify my closet, my husband's closet, the bathroom, the linen closet, the kitchen, the coat closet, the pet stuff. We're gonna simplify a desk. There's 2 other videos on simplifying stacks of paperwork. There's the media closet and all of the wires and cords. There's books, games, movies, CDs, and then there's a video dedicated to itemizing and sorting all of the stuff that we're letting go of. And then at the very end of the program, not only are we going to address how to prevent the clutter, but we're also going to pack the car with all the stuff we're getting rid of, all 809 pounds that my husband and I simplified in this program. We're going to pack the car and we're going to drive all over town, responsibly letting go of all of our possessions and just feeling amazing. You're also going to receive 9 printable checklists that are organized by all the spaces that we're going to simplify inside the house. And each of the checklists is going to give you different ideas on things to consider getting rid of. So as you go into your closet, you look at this list and you just take into consideration all the things that I tell you, and you just check them off as you go. It's going to make it nice and simple and easy to declutter each of your spaces. And I explain how to use them on video, and then they're also in the program. You can see a little number of when it's time to use each of the checklists. So you're also going to receive my 31-page A to Z chart on where to sell, donate, and responsibly recycle any item inside your home. This chart is so organized, and it took my team over a year to fully create, and it's going to save you so much time because it has 143 national resources linked and included on how to let go of your stuff. Now, if you live outside the United States, you can still find this chart helpful. You can use it as a guide to point you in the right direction to find resources on how to let go of your stuff. Plus, inside the program, I'm going to give you more general lists on how to let go of your stuff. So as a bonus, when you join SimpLESSity today, you're also going to receive lifetime access to our private invite-only Facebook group, where you can chat with other members that are inside the program. You can post photos of all your progress and motivate other people. You can ask questions. You can view other people's photos if you feel like you just need more inspiration to begin your journey. And I have to say that our Facebook group is an incredibly supportive, non-judgmental environment where every single day when I log on, I feel so inspired and I feel so motivated to go fill another bag or box of stuff, even though my house is like completely decluttered. It is just such a positive environment. And you know, anytime you make any kind of positive change inside your life, support is one of those critical pieces that you have to have support. The more support you have, the higher your chances of succeeding are. And this community is just incredibly supportive.
I know, I'm always blown away at seeing all the progress that everyone's making, and they're going live on Facebook Live, they're posting the before and after photos, and everyone's just talking about how much incredible progress they're making and helping each other pass their own challenges in their own specific situations. It's always so motivating.
It is, it's totally motivating. And if you are not a Facebook user and you want to join the group, you can always just create a Facebook account just for this group. Or if you rather remain private, joining this group is completely optional and it's not required. So now let's talk about what this program is not about. SimpLESSity is not an organizing program. So organizing is all about setting up effective systems to give a home to every single thing that lives inside your home.
This program is not about minimalism. We will never use the words minimalism or minimalist in the program. Although the program can help you to achieve a minimalist lifestyle, you decide how much decluttering and simplifying is right for you. There's no set number of items to get rid of, as we all have different situations.
This program is also not about decluttering in the sense of just like putting stuff away or tidying up. Both of those are organizing routines. This program is about responsibly decluttering your home in the sense of permanently getting rid of the things that don't serve you, the things that you don't need, and the things that you don't love. This program is a practical and realistic approach to only holding on to the things that you use, you need, and you love, so you can create a more peaceful environment so you can flourish inside your home. So now let's talk about the difference between SimpLESSity and my Power Productivity program. So SimpLESSity is my complete decluttering program that's going to teach you how to permanently get rid of the things that don't serve you and simply distract you and increase your overwhelm. And as a result, you're going to feel light, you're going to feel liberated, you're going to feel like you can breathe again, and you're going to feel like you can think clearly. So on the other hand, my Power Productivity program, the PPP, is my complete organizing program that teaches you how to set up effective organizing systems so you can feel in control, feel on top of things, and have a sense of order. Now, the PPP does cover decluttering as part of the process, because decluttering is, you have to declutter before you organize, but it doesn't go into the same amount of detail as SimpLESSity does. After all, we created an entire program to just this one step of letting go. If your goal is to get organized, decluttering is the very first step. It's a complete waste of time to set up organizing systems for the things that you don't even use. Like, you just have to get those things out of your house. And then the second step is to set up effective organizing systems. Now, when you combine the two, decluttering and then organizing, that's when you're going to see the best results. That's when you're going to discover that life is easier, it's simpler, and it's more effective. So now let me introduce you to some of our SimpLESSity members. Here's Melina, and Melina says, I just finished dropping this stuff off for donation. It felt so good to let it all go. Now to fill more bags and boxes. I can't wait to see the end result. As soon as I got back in the empty car, I felt a wave of stress and anxiety leave my body. It was the best feeling ever to know that this stuff wasn't coming home with me. This right here is exactly what SimpLESSity is all about. It's about getting rid of anything inside your house that causes negative emotion, getting it out of your house, out of your life for good, which is gonna allow you to be more present, more focused, and more mindful while you're home. So here's Sylvia, and Sylvia says she's gone through half the house already. This is like an addiction. In a few hours, an NGO is coming to pick up all the donations. The recycling things are already in the recycling center. This stuff really is addicting. Like once you pack your first bag or box and you get it out of your house for good, and you feel that feeling of relief, you're just gonna wanna continue decluttering the rest of your house. And I have to say, another good feeling is the feeling of giving to others, giving stuff that we're holding on to that we don't even use, need, or love, and things that others can use. So here's Erin, and Erin decluttered her entire garage, and she did it all by herself. And it's just so cool to see everything that she did. She said she got rid of 3 carloads of stuff. That's a lot of stuff. And you know, you can just see the drastic difference from her before and after. And you look at the after and you're just like, wow, it's so beautifully empty, and you know, you feel like you can breathe, you can easily walk around, you can park your car inside. That's huge. You can park your car inside the garage. Scott wants to know, where are all my fellow SimpLESSitors? Because a couple weeks ago, he was knocking out closets. He tackled his linen closet, he tackled his pantry, he tackled his front hall closet, and right here is his pantry. Look at all the stuff on the left-hand side that he pulled out of that space that he can get rid of. It doesn't serve a purpose, it's expired, and it's just not needed. So here's an email from Melissa, and Melissa's letting go of books, she's letting go of clothes, and she's also selling purses, which that's the cool thing about decluttering. Sometimes we come across things and they're still in great condition and we can sell them, and when that happens, your decluttering efforts literally begin to pay off. And she ends the email by saying, I think the most important thing that I'm recognizing through this new program is the release of the guilt of holding on to old projects, old business ventures, and old hobbies. It's okay to move on to something that is fresh and new, something that will give me a lift instead of keeping me stuck. It can be so easy to feel guilty once you begin decluttering your house. It's like that guilt of not using something that you find, it's the guilt of letting go, it's the guilt of getting rid of a gift that someone special gave you, or the guilt of spending a lot of money and something just sits in the back of the closet not being used. So here's Daniela, and Daniela said that her biggest obstacle in her decluttering her house has been her husband. But for her birthday recently, her husband gave her 2 hours of getting in his closet and just letting go of stuff. And in that time frame, the two of them were able to let go of 150 items from the past 20 years of stuff. And she just said, it's amazing. It's just so cool to see, a husband and wife get together and just tackle one space at a time and just make progress and just do it together and just have the same goal. And it's just really cool to see. So here's Andrea and Steve, and they say, after joining SimpLESSity, I feel relief, contentment, and hope. I feel like I've broken out of the death spiral that constant mindless accumulation had become. It was especially bad for me because I'm a knitter, and it is all too easy to simply click the buy button on some yarn online without paying attention to how much yarn I already have and how fast I could knit it into garments. I'm far more thoughtful now of online purchases because I can see far better what I have, what I want, and what I need. So putting the less part into practice with SimpLESSity has been liberating. I simply do not need all I had acquired and never got to properly relish, since it was only too easy to thoughtlessly just get more. It also is teaching me that maybe I don't want to spend my time online in places where I can be tempted to buy. SimpLESSity is giving me back energy and time that I had begun to waste having to deal with so much stuff. And it is showing me the true value of not just having less, but wanting less and saving the more in my life for the things that matter all around me. More chances to learn a new skill, pay more attention to the people I meet, visit more new places, and have more room in my heart for gratitude and giving. It makes me feel lighter, and it makes the future feel fresh instead of stale. In my mind, the icon I associate with SimpLESSity is of a helium balloon, the way my future is soaring with it. This is the exact message of what SimpLESSity will give you. It's all about less consumption and more of the good stuff in life, just like Andrea and Steve beautifully mentioned. It's about more time for relationships, more exploring, more discovering, more being present in the moment, and more moments of feeling amazing and full of life.
Hi everyone, my name's Rachel from the King family. Just a little bit of a background, who I am and why I joined the SimpLESSity program. I am married to my husband for 12 years. And we have 4 kids from the ages of 3 years old to 12 years old. So fun life, busy life. We currently own 3 businesses, and my husband works 5 days a week, sometimes anywhere from 4 to 6 days a week. And I work from home, homeschool our kids, keep the home running, and also keep our businesses up and running. As much as I can help with that as well. So this past year we added our 3rd business, and it's been a crazy year. It's been a year that a lot of my things have been neglected around here. I used to think that I am an organized person, but this past year has just been crazy and I couldn't keep up with it. And to be honest with, I was at the point where I was thinking that, you know, we made a mistake by adding the 3rd business. Which I know we didn't, because the future looks great, but I was feeling so overwhelmed and depressed, just overwhelmed and stressed out. And I started thinking it's because we added that 3rd business. I can never do this. Then I realized it actually is because of my house. Too much stuff, so much clutter. I would wake up in the morning not feeling like crawling out of bed because I knew what I had to face. And just a couple things that I was looking on YouTube and found Alejandra, and I just started following her and loved her videos, and fell across the SimpLESSity and her programs, and I was very, very hesitant. But I will never regret it, because we have seen great results. And I'm not done yet with my whole house, but what we have done, we've done my office, my file cabinets, my kitchen, and currently are working in a really messy garage. There just might be a chance that you guys might see those videos, those photos yet, but how has it made me feel? It feels really good. It basically just, a load fell off my shoulders. Now we walk into the office and we immediately can think, what do we have to do today? I now know that it is not because of the 3rd business. It is because I had too much stuff. And what the SimpLESSity did for me is it helped me figure out what I need to get rid of, what I want to get rid of, and how to think on how to clean up and keep it that way. And we are just super excited for everything that Alejandra puts out, and I would highly recommend this. And this is just my testimony. I am excited to, after we're done with the SimpLESSity, just going through and like organizing to the T and maintaining the system. And I hope that answers some of your questions. If you've been considering SimpLESSity but holding off, that is exactly where I was at. But I am so happy I have not held off, because it has made a huge difference in my life. And honestly, in my kids' lives, they are so much happier where there's not clutter. They play so much nicer where there's not so much stuff. They now have a bigger living room because we got rid of some stuff, and that has been my experience. And I would just I'll pay whatever it takes. I mean, to have access to something like this. I hope that helps. Y'all have a great day.
It's always so inspiring to see all of these transformations, read the stories, see the photos, and just see that, here's someone who has a problem and they're doing whatever it takes to solve their problem, get the clutter out of their lives. And it's just so cool to see their transformation, but also how they're feeling emotionally, because that's what matters. We get stuff out of our house so we can feel light and we can feel good again. And it's just really inspiring to see.
I mean, you know that decluttering is not my favorite task in the world to do, but after I always see these amazing stories and transformations of the SimpLESSity members taking action and changing their lives, and hear the results that's rippling out from inside their families and anyone that's around them, it's always so motivating to me to see all this.
It totally is, and that's what this entire program is all about. Now, if you're watching this video and you have clutter inside your home and you have all kinds of stuff just lurking in all of the spaces and it's bringing you down and it's causing you stress, anxiety, frustration, overwhelm, and you're just not feeling well, you have two options. And your first option is the easiest option. It's to do nothing. You have a problem, you can just continue to do nothing about it, right? It's the easiest option. You can go in your office and you can just never sort through the tall stacks of paper. You can go in your closet and you can never go through all the clothes that's been sitting in there for years. And you can go to your kitchen and you can continue to have overstuffed drawers and cabinets and be frustrated when you cook. But even though that's the easiest option, you know what's gonna happen? You're never going to eliminate the stress and the anxiety and the arguments with your family members and that guilt, if you've experienced guilt, and the shame and any other negative emotion that you're currently experiencing with clutter. If you do nothing about the problem, nothing is ever going to improve. If anything, it stays the same or it gets worse. Now, your second option is to do something about the problem. Right? You've got a problem, it's affecting you, it's affecting your family, it's affecting work, it's affecting finances, all these different areas of life it's showing up in. You can do something about it. That means you can go to your office and you can sort through all the mail you've been avoiding, and you can go to your closet and you can go through one piece of garment, one clothing item at a time. You can go to all your cabinets, go to all those miscellaneous boxes in the basement, in the garage, and you can just start small and just start addressing the problem. Because you know what? On the other side of all of that pain that's bringing you down every single day, throughout the day, the other side of it is this feeling of calm, this feeling of being relaxed, this feeling of being able to think straight, this feeling of having this peaceful environment at home where you don't feel distracted by piles, you just feel relaxed and there's no chaos. That is a really good feeling. There's this feeling of being able to go to bed at night and you don't have piles and stacks all over your bedroom making you feel stressed out before you go to bed. No one should go to bed feeling that way. It just starts with making the decision and taking the first step. And if you are really struggling with clutter and it's really affecting you in all of these areas of life, then I invite you to join SimpLESSity and begin making a positive change in your life. Because you know what? No one deserves to be so negatively affected by clutter and not feel well. We all deserve to feel great inside of our homes, right? Your home is the one place where you should be able to feel relaxed and be your full self and just love where you live. And SimpLESSity can show you how, and I would love to be your teacher, I would love to be your mentor, and I would absolutely love to support you along the way. So if you're ready to take that first step, there's a link below. You can click it and get started, and I hope to see you on the inside.